Another episode of the Rambling Gambling Show podcast. I'm Weebs, joined by Crater and Gare Bear, and we're back after a few weeks. I had a little hiccup last week with the recording. May or may not have lost it when downloading it on the computer, so my bad. I fucked up.
Thank you for saying that. Just coming out and starting off that way.
Yeah, honestly, we had a great show. We did have a guest. We had Grayson on. Um, we gave him a little shit. We busted his balls a little bit. We're gonna have him back on soon. He was great. I think we had a good time with him. So we will definitely get him back on. And for the future, I am no longer in charge of recording. So we won't have those issues again.
Yeah, it sucked. We did come out, and it was a really good uh, first portion of the interview, and it just sucks. But we're not going to dwell on it. We're going to move on. So here we are.
Let's not let this go unnoticed. Crater, little microphone action going on today.
Oh yeah, we did a little upgrade to the setup.
DJ Cray, man, looks like a talk show host now.
Look at it.
Yeah, we're gonna have a freestyle segment at the end.
Y'all don't want these
Ooh.
bars.
Need to invite Wiley on here. He wear the exact same thing I'm wearing.
Yeah. You look like you're ready for summer, Garrett.
Oh, I am, man. That's what the tank top's for. I'm in celebration. I brought my shorts out at work today, so
Nice.
Good day.
You've been mowing your yard.
I did. Mowed it 2 days ago. I'm going to end up killing it, though. I'm going to plant fescue and not Bermuda grass. If y'all want to do a whole segment on what to do to your yard, I'll do that. But
Let's do that. Not right now, but
obviously,
sometime. Because my front yard's really bad. I don't have any grass hardly.
yeah.
So
What kind of mower you guys have? I'm still not. I don't even have a yard, so I'm still in the apartment life.
yeah, I got a little Honda push mower, and Garrett, I'll go ahead and let you brag.
I bought I had a Craftsman push mower. I paid like $200 for. But my neighbor Dave bought a zero turn and was like, "Yo, you want to buy this riding mower for 300?" And I was like, "It's only 100 more bucks than a push mower for sure, dude." I said no at first, but then I stepped on a fucking hornet's nest that was in the ground, and I was like, "I'm never doing this again."
Shout out Dave.
Shout out to Dave, dude. He won our fantasy league this year and has never played fantasy before, so that's super frustrating for someone like myself.
How'd you do in that league?
I came in third.
Top 3.
He auto drafted, dude.
That's the
I'm telling
worst.
you.
That
I'm
is
thinking
the
about
worst.
auto drafting this year in our money league, dude. Everybody that auto drafts ends up doing very well.
Quarterback you probably hope to get. The man, the myth, the legend, the comeback kid, Tom Brady.
Oh, Jesus.
He's back.
He's
Yeah,
back.
he's back.
He's back.
I will say, though, my Gear Bear guarantees still hit. Like, it still counts. I was still right.
What was that?
I said my Gear Bear guarantees still hit.
What was the guarantee?
Was that he's retiring.
Oh,
Remember, I called it on the pod before he retired.
true. Pretty selfish dickhead move to do that to your fans.
I think he reached a point in life that he thought that he was ready for that next step. He got to experience that for a month and a half and realized that he still got a ton left in the tank. He's not done. And that team can still win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think after did they put a franchise tag on Godwin?
Kind of, yeah. He's back with them.
Yeah. I think I've been saying this. I think Godwin's the best receiver that they've had in Tampa. I think he's better than Evans. But I think with them tagging him, Fournette's coming back, so Fournasty's going to be there. He almost went to Buffalo though. So could you imagine Buffalo with Leonard Fournette, dude? Playoff Lenny.
Yeah, that would have been sick.
Yeah, they would have finally beat the Titans.
Yeah, Bucks are keeping majority of their offense, it seems like.
Right.
So
Nothing with Gronk has come out yet, at least as far as I know.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I'm
I would
gonna say
imagine
he comes back.
Yeah, I would guess that as well. Just especially with Tom coming back.
Right.
Yeah, they're boys, dude. They're going to play together. They're going out together. 100%.
I mean, another one that kind of really caught my attention as far as there's been a lot of crazy things happening transaction wise the last 3 weeks.
Dude, yeah, this offseason has been wild with all the different there's like breaking news every single day. It's been super
Yeah,
fun.
I know.
Monte Adams, Derek Carr in LA or Vegas
Vegas, yeah.
with
Big,
Josh McDaniels at the helm.
I know. So that's a big ups to you out there, Weaves, with Josh McDaniels. I think that, I mean, obviously he's a great OC. You know, it'll be interesting to see how he does in Las Vegas. Um, I think that Adams makes Carr a better quarterback, though. I think also I wanted to pose this question to you guys: does Darren Waller now move out of the like top 5 tight end positions? As far as like, and I'm talking fantasy, right? Pretty much everything. When I say like a top 5 or whatever, I'm talking about fantasy. So I think for me, Waller moves out of the top 5 for fantasy tight ends, in my opinion.
You have up. I mean, you have Kelsey.
Mark Andrews.
Yep. Um,
Kittle.
Kittle. Okay. Then what? You got Schultz in Dallas.
Man,
Like who?
yeah, I think Schultz gets a even bigger boost this year, dude. Honestly, I don't know that he's finishing out my top 5. I also think Mike Gesicki is about to have a crazy year. Fun fact about Mike Gesicki: he was a high school Pennsylvania State dunk contest champion. Go watch his Instagram videos; they're nasty. But he is a freak athlete.
It's Kyle Pitts is top. Are gonna be a top 5 guy.
Well, I
Pitts will
was gonna
be up
say, yeah, is he still in there with Mariota?
Mariota.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know how Mariota's going to do. He had a very weird career up to this point. I really didn't even know he was still in the league. And that's saying quite a bit because I liked him a lot. And he was like the GOAT at Oregon that we knew of. Before him was Dennis Dixon. But, you know, a lot of us grew up watching kind of Mariota ball out. And he had a great rookie year. And then he was okay. But, like, at this point, I don't think he's a starter. And I don't think the Falcons are going to do good with him at all. I think they should have went after Baker.
Yeah, Baker's being picky. Basically made it known he didn't want to come to Carolina, which is fine. I don't think I wanted him either. Um,
What
hey, you break up. What's up?
are you guys doing this year?
What are we doing? I guess we're gonna. I'm personally hoping. I'm sold on Malik Willis now. I dropped a blog about it yesterday. You guys should all read it. But we got that sixth pick, and I don't I don't know what else we're gonna do. We can't
You
keep
know,
Darnold. He's not the answer.
so I don't know how high he is on mock drafts right now, but I think Sam Howell is a guy that could come to Carolina for you, dude. And I think he's a guy that's going to have a much better career than people think he's going to have, dude. People are saying he's the best quarterback to ever come out of North Carolina, and
Uh,
I mean that dude, he's nasty. He's a Carolina boy, dude. Went to Sun Valley High School in Charlotte with one of my fraternity brothers. Shout out Owen Phillips.
oh yeah,
Um,
Danielle actually knows his sister. She went to school with him, high school
yeah,
with him.
so I mean he's a Carolina boy, dude. I could see them going after him. Like to me, he's a much more proven prospect than Mitch Trubisky ever was coming out of Carolina. Trubisky played one season in Carolina. Let's not forget that. Played one season, went number 2. All right. Whatever. But that's insanity. So I think you'll see Sam Howell do a lot better. And he's a guy, I think he's Carolina's guy, in my opinion. I would go after him. But
I don't know. We'll see. He definitely. I mean, he holds all those records at Carolina now for most touchdowns, most passing yards, most passing touchdowns, etc.
so you like Willis?
I like Willis. I think he's a freak athlete. His arm is insane. He's done really well in all his interviews. He just seemed like a guy with a good head on his shoulders. 2 years at Auburn, I guess, like uh, COVID hit or whatever, and then he did 2020 and 2021 at Liberty.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't like a super stud. His stats weren't like out of this world or anything. But yeah, I just think his pro day was great. His combine's been great. I don't. I think he's the guy to go number one quarterback wise.
Yeah.
Would you guys take him at 6?
I think you have to. He's gonna go. I really think he's going.
But this is not, and we can all agree, this is not a really quarterback heavy draft.
No, it's not. And I was saying that. I've been saying. I've been talking a lot of shit about how weak this quarterback class is going to be.
Yeah, dude.
And now that I feel like Carolina's got to make a move for a quarterback this year, uh, done a little more research, and yeah, I'm in on Malik Willis.
Yeah.
He reminds me of Cam Newton, honestly. He's got a lot of energy.
Yeah, I mean, I think Williams and Howe are the only two that will be like that will pan out at quarterback out of this whole. And when I say pan out, I mean like be a backup for a couple years. You know what I mean? Like Kenny Pickett's trash, dude. I hate to tell y'all, he's not gonna make it. Who's the other guy from Ole
Matt
Miss?
Corral.
Corral. Yeah, Corral. He's a good quarterback, and he could develop, but like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like these guys, like Trevor Lawrence, is not doing well, and this dude lost a single-digit amount of college football games in 4 years. So I mean, like, I just don't see Kenny Pickett balling out or Matt Corral either.
Yeah, I agree.
So let's talk some NFL trades.
Yeah, sorry, we got off on a tangent. There's just been so much news. We could talk about everything for hours.
Maybe we should record 2 episodes tonight.
I have to, but I'm going to keep running down the list.
Okay.
Tyreek Hill to the Dolphins. So it's got what Tua's going to have Tyreek Hill and Waddle and Gesicki. Are they finally going to be contenders in the AFC East?
No more excuses for Tua. You know, it's like this year or nothing. I think he's done if he doesn't. They've surrounded him with enough weapons to where he should be able to contend with the best.
I mean, do you think Tua's a bad quarterback?
No, he just hasn't been the best passer,
yeah,
best decision maker.
I think the only excuse he does have is injuries. He's been injury prone since he got hurt at Alabama. In my opinion, though, man, I think you saw Jalen Waddle really ball out towards the end of the year. I mean, PPR formats, he was putting up 20 points a game for like a 4 or 5 game stretch there. Gesicki was the same way. Now, tight ends, obviously, they're boom or bust out of the top 5. But I think that Gesicki gets a huge boost, mainly because you don't have enough guys to cover Hill, Waddle, and Gesicki. Let alone Gaskin out of the backfield. You know what I mean? A lot of people are forgetting that Myles Gaskin's a great pass-catching running back. I like Myles Gaskin this year, too, with the addition of Tyreek Hill. It's going to open up more for him.
They also have a new coach, that Mike McDaniel from the 49ers. And he was their OC, I believe. Do you think he's going to try to bring in like a run-first offense, kind of like that run offense that San Francisco ran?
I mean, I don't know. I think a lot of that came from Shanahan too, you know. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. I bet you do see a lot of runs for Tyreek Hill design. Like I bet you'll see a lot of end rounds or those little those like sweep read options where they, you know, pitch it in on the goal line to like Travis Kelce, stuff like that. I think you'll see that with Gesicki some with like a bluff run to Tyreek Hill on the end or something. But I don't think they try to implement a run-first offense down there.
Yeah, I like Mike McDaniels a lot. He's a very interesting guy. But I think that this move is almost even more impactful on like Patrick Mahomes himself and the Chiefs. This takes away his deep threat. You know, he can't always get bailed out by crazy speed on the outside corner.
Mm-hmm. Well, with the Chiefs, I mean, they did kind of replace Tyreek with Juju. I mean, what do you guys think about this move? I'd like to hear y'all's opinion.
Well, when Juju went to the Chiefs, the only thing I thought about was him and Jackson Mahomes teaming up on TikTok. I think that could be why Tyreek Hill wanted out. So I don't know, but no, I'm not a huge Juju guy. He's been hurt, so it's kind of hard to tell what his skills are at this point. But he's still young, so we'll see.
Weave, you got any comment on the Juju?
Well, I'm kind of going to bounce back. Hardman is Tyreek Hill-esque, is he not? Like they're kind of the same-ish receiver, like not as fast.
But he's not as instinctive as Tyreek Hill is. Like he's not going to be able to flow with Patrick Mahomes and bail him out and know that he can get the balls like Tyreek Hill. You know what I mean? He doesn't block corners that well. I mean, he's a small. Like Tyreek Hill was small, but he was jacked. You know what I mean? He's a ball of muscle, right? Mecole Hardman's kind of a more slender, like track star type, if you know, like kind of Deshaun Jackson, deep threat, double move guy. I don't think he'll be close. I mean, I think you could see Mecole Hardman honestly be like a top 12 fantasy receiver, just because there's no one else for it to go to. Or you'll see Travis Kelce get a huge boost as well.
So let me lay this out and tell me if I'm right or wrong with this kind of thought process. Kelsey is still going to be a target monster. Hardman is going to kind of pick up a little bit of slack from Hill as some of the deep threats. Juju's going to be a across the middle guy. I think he's going to get a lot of catches. And then they just signed Valdez-Scantling too, or Valdez-Scantling.
That did just happen. Yeah,
he's
like
a 6'4", 6'5" guy. He's going to be an end zone threat.
No, for sure. And I think you're basically seeing him kind of rinse and repeat, if you will. You know what I mean? Like, who was the other guy they had besides Hardman?
Josh Gordon.
Yeah, they had Josh Gordon, but I'm talking about like Patrick Mahomes, like rookie second year. There was another guy they had with Nicole Hardman who was super fast. Maybe it was Hartman. I think there was a Hartman receiver. I don't know. There were two receivers they had that were kind of like Hardman. But you're basically seeing them do that again. They're trying to get a lot of speed for Mahomes to be able to bail out like that because they know he's still, you kind of saw him this year make bad decisions, and we hadn't really seen a lot of that from Mahomes, or at least get exposed when he did make bad decisions.
True.
I mean, you want to stay in that division?
Yeah, what's up?
Your expectations for the Chargers this year?
For the Chargers?
Yeah. Are they going to bounce back?
Yeah, of course, man. I think so who else? So that's the Chiefs, the Chargers, Raiders, Broncos, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh man, dude, I don't know. I've honestly kind of wanted to avoid this topic because I don't want to be wrong about it. Like,
let's hit the Broncos then and talk about them finally getting a quarterback with Russ.
Yeah. For me, I mean, we've kind of talked about it a little bit. I don't think Judy gets as big of a boost as Courtland Sutton does. I think Sutton's a nasty receiver. Crater, I know you've got some notes on Melvin Gordon leaving. I think they just need to get him the fuck out of there. Let Javonte eat, man. Like, let Javonte and Russ both do their things, and you guys will win. I mean, who's the new head coach? Is it still? It's not still Vic Fangio, is it?
No, it's Nathaniel Hackett.
Nathaniel.
Hackett.
What the hell is that? He sounded like he delivered the letter to Paul Revere.
He was the Packers OC last year.
Oh, he was the Packers OC? Okay. I got you. Well, I mean, maybe they'll ball out. I don't know, dude. They got the stuff to do it, too. I mean, if they get rid of Melvin Gordon, they can get some defensive help. I mean, more offensive line stuff,
Yeah, Von Miller's been hinting at making a comeback to the Broncos, so that's a huge asset on the defense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Speaking of defensive stuff, Khalil Mack. Do you guys think he's done? Like, do you guys think he's not the Khalil Mack he once was?
I mean, he definitely doesn't have the hype anymore that he used to.
Yeah. In my opinion, I thought Khalil Mack at their peak, like their prime, I guess their peaks or whatever, I thought Khalil Mack was better than Von Miller.
What you think?
So I would answer this question kind of like, I mean, how old is he now? 30, 31 probably? The way that Von Miller kind of came in and, did his thing with the Rams this past year, like I can see Khalil Mack being like a similar kind of player character for the Chargers.
Yeah.
Like their defense, they have some big names on their defense, and he's a big name, and he's going to be involved in plays this year that are going to make you be like, oh, well, how the hell did we forget about this guy?
Yeah. I hope that's the case. Because, I mean, he's a beast. I've always loved watching him.
Yeah.
He's a menace. Dude, he's a menace to quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, let's run through the quarterbacks.
Okay.
We'll start with
Matt Ryan.
Watson. You want to start with Matt?
Yeah, let's do Matt Ryan.
Talk about your boy Matty Ice.
I mean, to the Colts, I don't even know how many years did he sign a multiple years, or I know they're having to pay, or the Falcons are having to eat some money off off of his contract?
Yeah, he was in the final season of his contract. But then let me think. So how old is he? Like, he's got to be pretty old.
I'd say like
36.
Oh, yeah.
36.
Okay. Well, basically, the deal he had, he still had a year left, and the deal he took with the Colts somehow saved them like $5 or $6 million in cap space. I'm not the most versed in like all that type of stuff, but somehow they got Matt Ryan and saved $6 million.
Well, good for them. I think he's gonna do okay. I think. Would you rather have Wentz still there, or would you rather have Matt Ryan coming in new? If you're a Colts fan.
Matt Ryan.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Ryan also.
I mean, it's got to be just for decision making. I would assume that's what y'all's thought process was on that.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
Matt Ryan, I don't know. He's a really, really, really bad red zone quarterback.
Yeah, he's horrible.
But that's why you have one of the better running backs in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, true that. He'll pan it in. I think the Colts will do really well next year, man. Honestly, I don't think Michael Pittman will be as good with Matt Ryan as he was with Wentz. Speaking of, I guess, wide receivers from the Colts, the Eagles signed Zach Pascal. I know, Crater, you were a big Zach Pascal guy this past year in fantasy. Do you think this is a good or bad move for us Philly fans?
I don't know. I grabbed him off the waivers a lot, and would throw him back out as well. I, he's not very consistent, but I think he can catch the ball. So, and that's really what the Eagles need to focus on, is getting receivers that can actually catch passes. So.
Oh, I got some breaking news real quick. This is soccer stuff. So, World Cup's coming up, here soon. I just found out that Italy missed the World Cup cut this year to North Macedonia.
Oh.
In a late last second goal. I'm sure you guys will see that on ESPN tomorrow.
Wow, that is hype.
That's huge news, man.
And that was soccer.
That was soccer.
Dude, I love soccer. Y'all kidding me, bro? World Cup coming up? Most popular sport in the world, dude.
Country is the World Cup in. I'll give you $20 to tell me the right answer.
What'd you say? What country is the World Cup in?
Yeah.
It got moved, didn't it? Huh?
Yes.
I think I knew where it was gonna be.
It was gonna be in. Wasn't it gonna be like in? Was it Korea?
No.
Am I tripping? I don't know where it was.
You're tripping. You're not a soccer fan.
Where's it gonna be? It's gonna be in Qatar.
I think it's gonna be in I was gonna say Australia.
Nah, it's Qatar.
All right, so none of us are soccer fans, but that's okay.
Go Liverpool, dude.
All right, Deshaun Watson to the Browns. You kind of touched on Baker earlier, kind of still like in limbo. What's Deshaun going to do to that Browns team?
Hopefully, I don't know. I got to bite my tongue right now on Watson. I'm really sour with this guy. I don't even know if he should be in the league, but.
Well, interestingly enough, we've seen some more sexual misconduct allegations arise. So there could be some legal troubles going on. I keep getting notifications about it. There was a second grand jury in Texas that actually declined to bring more sexual misconduct charges against him, but it's starting to we're going to get a verdict here soon. I think he's going to take the Browns to the next level, man. Straight up. They've been missing a quarterback for years. Baker's not a good quarterback. I never thought he was. He was good in college. He's a great college quarterback. So was Tim Tebow. But I'm telling you right now, man, Deshaun Watson's going to come in there with the best running football team in the league. I'm going to say that, all right? They are the best running football in the league with a two-back tandem in Kareem Hunt, who, by the way, everybody forgets, his rookie year from Toledo, shout out App State, Camelo Bowl, his rookie year, he was the number one fantasy running back, dude. Like, people just forgot that. He was in Kansas City, nasty, all right? Also, Nick Chubb has the most missed tackles on runs in the past 3 years, okay? Wow. He's a balling running back. Now, even if they're hurt, what's the dude's name that came in? I don't even remember his name, but their third-string running back. You pick him up, plug and play him, 26 points. Like, they have a great running football team, and now they have a great play action, well, a great quarterback. I mean, just a fantastic quarterback. David Njoku, I think, is going to have a great year next year if he can stay healthy. Jarvis Landry, if he stays in Cleveland, which, Philly was looking at him. I like Jarvis. He's old now. He's not the Jarvis he was in Miami. A lot of people forget how good he was there. But I don't know if he's going to have a fantastic year or not. I look for them to add some depth at wide receiver in the draft this year.
You think Odell stands any chance of going back to the Browns?
I don't think so. He said he was open to it, but the man just won a Super Bowl. Like, if I was him, I'm reworking my contract to stay in that place where you've got 4 number 1 wide receivers. Well, 3 now, but you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
The Rams, or go back to the Browns. I don't want to do that.
Do you think that division is going to be fun this year with Watson coming to Cleveland? You got Joe Burrow and the Bengals coming off the Super Bowl.
Baltimore.
Yeah, you got hopefully a healthy Lamar in Baltimore,
Yeah.
and then you got the new Trubisky in Pittsburgh.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think it's going to be a fun division this year. It's always cool for me to see the league like go through seasons. And I remember as a kid, like, that was the best division. You remember? I mean, like, Steelers were nasty. You know what I'm saying? Ravens with Joe Flacco, nasty back in the day. Browns were horrible, right? But I think it will be a fun division to watch this year. Hollywood Brown, I think, will have a good year. I also think their draft pickup, I can't think of his name right now. Who was the wide receiver, the first-round wide receiver that the Ravens took last year? He was hurt and he came in. I can't remember his name. It slips me right now, but he's a great receiver and didn't play until like his 9th game of the season this year. If Lamar throws him a lot, he'll be a great, great receiver. Mark Andrews, beast. The Bengals are also adding a lot of depth at line. So, Burrow, you kept hearing about how much he got sacked last year. Well, they fixed that. So watch the fuck out. Like, the Bengals could win the Super Bowl, dude.
You got Crater.
Yeah, I mean, we just touched on Trubisky a little bit. I think Pittsburgh fans have to be happy with that, or they have to be satisfied with that, at least at this point.
Satisfied is probably the word that I would use. Yeah. Like, he's not Watson. Like, he's not a guy that is going to take you that next level, but he's competent. He's a competent quarterback who, can win games.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with Mike Tomlin. With Mike Tomlin, I feel like you just throw out a quarterback who is halfway decent. He can get you to the end of games and win.
Yeah, and he spent a year with behind Josh Allen, so I think that's probably going to help a little bit as well. I'm so excited for the Bills.
You're not a Bills fan, dude. You can't jump ship like you are a Carolina Panthers fan.
We'll see.
Wallow in it, dude. Wallow in that, man. Yeah. Happier than a pig in shit, man. Being a Carolina fan right now, ain't you?
we've made some smart moves this offseason. I'm getting more excited.
What have you done?
Oh, we've upped our O-line. We got Corbett from the Rams, and then we got another guy. I think they're
traded away Reddick.
Huh?
Traded away Hassan Reddick.
Yeah, that sucks. You're welcome.
Thank
that was to you, right?
Yeah, and we just re-signed Graham.
I knew that he was going to be gone. He outplayed himself and had to get that bag. So.
Yeah, true that. I would have done the same. Now Reddick's a monster, dude. He's top 3 in sacks over the last 3 years.
Yeah, but we still got Brian Burns down there. I believe Shaq Thompson's still out there. So I think we still have our leaders, our core leaders, and we're keeping the offense. We're keeping McCaffrey, keeping DJ Moore, extended, but DJ Moore. So if we can get a quarterback that can do anything, okay.
Is that bad though?
What? Weaves, you keep cutting out, bro.
I think Sam is that bad.
I hate him. I want him down. I want him out of the league.
This man.
It sucks. It sucks because it started out last year, first 3 games, he was leading the league in rushing touchdowns. I thought we were on our way to the fucking Super Bowl.
Don't tell me you believe that hype train that he was about
I
to
tried.
repeat.
I tried not to. But it just. You're in that situation. It's hard to not buy in that fast.
It is. Nah, you're right.
So
Even though they played three of the worst teams in the league the first 3 weeks, but
yeah. Well, we didn't know it was a new season. No one really knew.
yeah, we didn't know when we did it. All right, so let me ask you guys a question real quick about your respective teams. If you had to pick, I mean, obviously you're going to say quarterback, so don't say quarterback. But if you had to pick one glaring need for your team that you want them to go after in the draft this year, like if you saw them attacking this, you like, Patriots, like, okay, like we're hammering, wide receivers or whatever for Mac Jones or protection. What, you know what I mean? Like, I want to hear what you guys think your team needs to succeed this year, starting with Weebs.
Our receiving core right now looks like Nelson Aguilar, Jacoby Myers.
I hate Jacoby Myers. That guy cannot. Did he ever score a touchdown? I think he's still touchdownless.
Yeah, one game, 164 yards, and that was the most.
Never scored.
Never scored.
Insane.
Oh, I would say receiving core definitely one. Probably not lockdown corner as well.
Oh yeah, you guys traded J.C. Jackson, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why you did that, honestly, but yeah, I remember on the pod with Grayson, he was talking about Bill. He's like, Bill better make some freaking moves because he's got to pay us back for this bullshit, trading away one of the best corners in the league. Also, let me ask you this: are you a believer in Ramadan in Stevenson, or do you think that Damian Harris is the guy?
I like Damian.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying, like, do you think Stevenson could go somewhere? Like, could he come to Philly and be the RB1 over Miles Sanders?
Oh no.
No.
Just wondered. I always he flashes such athleticism. You know what I mean? He's kind of like a Cordero Patterson kind of guy.
That's who he reminds me
All
of.
runner, like, but big and fast as shit. Like, yeah, he could be a beast. I think he could, but I just want to hear your thoughts on that. Crater, aside from quarterback, what do the Panthers need to succeed this year in a Tom Brady full division?
Yeah, well, it's hard to say because, I mean, quarterback, obviously, but we're not talking about that, so I'm trying to tell myself to not say that. O-line, we're working on that. Like I said, we already made 2 moves on that.
Mm-hmm.
I'd still like to see them attack. There's an offensive tackle that's like ranked number 1 O-lineman that would love to get him. I don't know if that's going to happen. And then J.C. Horn's coming back at corner, and I can't remember who's on the other side of him right now, but maybe a corner.
Mm-hmm.
I think every team could always up their corners.
Yeah, you guys have a sneakily young and good defense in the secondary.
Yeah, yeah.
Do need to work on some linebacker moves though, man. You're like y'all and the Eagles have a very similar defense in that sense. Like, well, I guess not really the young thing. Like, we've got Darius Slay, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, but we both need linebackers.
Yeah, definitely agree. Yeah, is that what you would say, linebacker?
Yeah. I mean, dude, Eagles. We need first of all, we need wide receivers. Okay, we signed we signed probably the 12th best, or maybe even the 15th or 16th or 17th best wide receiver you could have signed. We had 3 first-round draft picks this year. Guarantee you we used one of them on a wide receiver, and it doesn't pan out because that's what happens in Philly, man. I really hope Jalen Rager just stumps his toes so hard he can never walk again, dude, and we just eat that and everybody forgets about it. But we need wide receivers, man. I think that Devontae Smith is if you can get a guy to play the outside, like Allen Robinson, or Devontae Adams, like one of these guys that was signed to anywhere Philly, like I think he's a guy you could see become like a Doug Baldwin type player, but a better possession receiver, like fantasy wise, putting up a ton of numbers. even this year he had a pretty decent year, but nothing crazy. You know what I mean? Like he was still pretty inconsistent, mostly because of Jalen Hurts. But the only guy he had to throw to was Greg Ward or Quez Watkins. You know who that is? Me neither, dude.
I grabbed him off the waiver last year at one point.
Yeah, don't do that. That's a bad
Yep,
move.
dropped him the next week.
You could be in a 16-man league. Pick up somebody else.
You guys got any more?
Let's say, Garrett, have you been watching any March Madness yet or no?
Yeah, I have a decent amount. I mean, I watched the Carolina game. I watched Auburn lose. That was I really thought Auburn was gonna. I thought they were gonna make it, man. I thought they were gonna ball out. The Zags look good. They're doing what everybody thought. Duke is looking pretty good. And then St. Peter's. I mean, you got it one every year, right? Like, Florida Gulf Coast. I don't know if y'all remember that way back in the day. That was the Bang Squad, dude. They were jumping out of the gym.
Yeah, St. Peter's 15 seed. It's exciting. They're still here. They're taking on. They got Purdue this week, or tonight, or tomorrow. It's gonna be tough. Do y'all want to just go down the Sweet 16 list real quick?
Who we like?
Yeah, sure. I'll just name them real quick. We got Gonzaga versus Arkansas. I'm going Zags.
Gonzaga.
Texas Tech versus Duke.
I got Texas Tech in this one.
I'm taking Texas Tech and ending Coach K's career. Coach K, more like Coach L.
It's terrible.
All right. I heard someone say that yesterday.
Don't ever repeat it again.
Jesus Christ, dude.
But yeah, I'm taking Texas Tech. They're going to end Coach K's career. And then we got, in the East, we got UNC versus UCLA. I'm pulling for the Heels, but I think UCLA is taking this victory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like UCLA. UNC looked good on Saturday, but they almost fucked up and gave that game away to Baylor.
Yeah, I almost live betted like 10 times. We were at the bar together, and I just kept showing Weaves. I was like, dude, look. $5 to win 50, and then it just kept slowly going down. I was getting mad because he told me not to do it, but thank you.
I was going to say, do you want to apologize to me or thank me for saving you money?
Yeah, thank you for saving that. I was going to make that, but
douchebag.
Yeah, good call. And then that brings us to Purdue, St. Peter's. Can they keep up this momentum that they have? I don't know.
Well, since there's no money on the line, I'm going fucking St. Peter's, dude. All
That's
in.
Exciting. Has a 15 seed to the Elite Eight? That's never happened?
Never happened.
Good.
Nope. No, sir.
Purdue's good, though, so it's going to be tough.
Really good. A lot of people have them going to the Final Four.
Yeah. And then we got Arizona versus Houston.
This is an interesting game for me. Like, Houston's a good team, bro. They're super athletic. But Arizona, man, like they're like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They operate. They play basketball. Like, Houston to me is like Baylor was last year. Just freakishly athletic, like a team that could beat you. But I think that Houston's athleticism takes over and they win.
Okay, I like that. Actually, no, I don't. I got Arizona going. And then next we got Michigan versus Villanova. I'm taking Villanova. They're clearly the better team.
Weaves, who you got in the Houston game?
Arizona was on the East Coast. Everyone would be loving them even more. The fact that they're in Arizona, no one has watched their games all year, so nobody knows. They're a good team. They are a really, really good team. Houston is a statistical gold mine as far as with the analytics. They're top 5 on adjusted offense and adjusted defense this year. So the analytics love them. So I think this is going to be the best game of these next 2 days. I'm taking Houston.
Well, it's on tonight. Comes on at 10 o'clock. So
yeah, it's going to be a late night for me. I won't be up. I'm probably going to watch all these.
Yeah, there's some good games tonight. I got leg day tomorrow, so I can't be staying up like that.
We
But
got.
I think Houston wins that. Who y'all got? So who y'all think final two championship?
Well, hang on. Let's just finish this out. There's two more games. Michigan, Villanova, taking Nova. Kansas, Providence. Gotta go Kansas. Iowa State, Miami. That's an even match game. I don't know who's gonna take that one. Sorry. So, you want to do Final Fours?
Reeves, what do you got on the Iowa State game?
Nothing. I have no idea. Haven't watched a single Iowa State game all year. Miami, I guess, coming from the ACC, probably gonna have to go with them. But yeah, I have absolutely no idea how to feel about this game.
Well, I feel the same way. So.
Did you want to do Final Fours that you guys have?
No, we can revisit it next week.
Well, I just want everyone to know right now, my bracket's at 95.1%. So, I'm in like the top 8,000.
How many did you make?
3.
That's acceptable.
What are the other two? Let me guess. L's.
Yeah, we gotta stop that.
Yeah, I heard you say it's bad.
He said L's.
But in my Final Four, I have Gonzaga, UCLA, Arizona, Kansas, and I think that that's gonna stay true. So,
What's your championship game in that one?
Zags, Arizona, and I got Gonzaga winning 86-85.
You said Zags, Kansas, UCLA, and who?
Arizona.
So 3 number ones.
Right?
Yeah.
Zags. Yeah. Why not?
Never happens. That's why not.
I'd like to check the stats on that because I don't.
Searching.
I'm calling cap on you.
How many number one seeds?
Gonzaga and Kansas go far. I have futures on both of them. So.
No. Did you find it, Garrett?
Most common occurrence is only one number one seed making the Final Four. 15 of the 35 years since the tournament expanded to 64 teams has been 15 of the 35. It has been, there's been one number one seed making it. Does that make sense? Or did I butcher that?
I think I understand what you're saying.
Okay,
I don't think it answered the question.
Since the tournament expanded to 64 teams, most of the time it's one number one seed making it. 15 out of the 35 years since the 35 years ago that shit happened. That's what happened. So like 1.7 is the average number of seeds that are making it, number one seeds that are making it to the Final Four. 2 or more number one seeds have made the Final Four in 18 NCAA tournaments. So actually 3 more times. And that's just 2 or more. They don't have stats on 3. So it looks like you're fucking wrong, Crater, and I am right.
No, I don't think you can prove it. You didn't find the stats to disprove it.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know. Ignoramus.
I think we just proved that we're not going to be stats guys when it comes to college basketball history.
Yeah, we're not.
Fair enough.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
You guys got anything else?
I didn't even make a bracket this year.
That's sad. Hearing our expert advice on RGS.
Yeah, come here for fantasy football knowledge, not NCAA tournament knowledge.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, because nobody knows what's going to happen in March Madness, right?
No, that's the beauty of it.
Yeah. Only people who get it right are fucking idiots, to be honest with you, because they're like less than 1% of the population. You know what I mean? So there's no way that, you don't even want to be with those guys. You want to be over here with the guys that get it wrong.
Again, I have a 95.1% bracket right now, so.
Fucking weirdo.
Did you guys want to talk any baseball? We spoke a little bit last week, but.
Nah.
Yeah.
You got something?
I mean, we talked on Freddie Freeman in the Matt Olson swap, but yeah, I guess we're not. Well, it's very shitty that Freeman's going to the Dodgers. Out of any team in the league.
You said that same sentence last week.
That's what I literally just said. I talked about it last week, and that's why I stopped. And you asked me to keep going.
Well, it sounded like you had a nugget, dude. You were like, I know we talked a little bit last week about the Freeman
No,
swap.
it's because I wanted that to be aired, but we weren't able to air last week's recording.
You
And
shut
why
your
is
mouth
that?
when you're talking to me.
This just results back in Weebs being at fault. So
Yeah, damn it.
Hey, I apologize. I apologize in the beginning. I'll apologize again.
thanks.
That's no longer a part of my job description when it comes to this show.
Yes, I'll take over
So
that duty as well.
since you're taking over everything, why don't you wrap up?
We can wrap up. I appreciate it. We'll come back. We'll have a guest. Maybe next week. Well, hopefully we'll have a guest next week. We had one last week, but of course, again, Weebs lost that. More like
Oh my
Leebs.
God.
More like Leebs. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you. And this is the Rambling Gambling Show. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.